Todd Golden. Great seeing you again, my friend.
Great to see you too.
A lot of exciting stuff. Transfer portal, #1 ranked class. Talk to us a little bit about how you built that class.
Yeah, fortunately we've had a great offseason, and we knew kind of towards the end of the year that we were going to have some holes to fill. So we wanted to make sure that we were proactive early on in the offseason. And, it first started with the opportunity. We were able to provide some good opportunities to some of these young guys, and they could see the vision, and then kind of filling in just some spots that needed to be filled. Getting point guard in Zion Poland, getting Julian Rishwain to come from San Francisco. Really, to get that 6-player transfer class really came together nicely at the end.
What were you building a transfer class is a little bit different than just recruiting high school players. How do you go about building that? How do you make sure that there's chemistry, that they're meshing together?
Yeah, no, it's an ever-changing battle to really kind of put those things together. Obviously, there's a lot shorter runway in terms of recruiting these guys and getting to know them as people, as well as evaluating them as players. So again, we try to build this team a specific way where guys have specific roles and they understand what they're getting involved with when they come to Florida. And just, having that same mentality of putting winning first and putting the team first was something that they all rallied around.
What do the first couple of weeks look like when they come to campus? You're learning a new system, learning new coaches, learning new players. What do those first few weeks look like on the court and off the court?
Yeah, it's definitely an acclimation process, right? These guys are coming, whether, the transfers are coming from different institutions where they had different schedules, different weight rooms, different training tables, different things. So we try to get them on campus early in the summer so they can get acclimated both to the athletic side, but also the academic side if they're taking summer courses. And really, we use the summer as more of a team building opportunity. We don't spend a ton of time working on things that we're going to do in the season. It's more individual player development. We want to condition our guys, spend a lot of time on cardio, and then build those relationships off the court, which are really important for winning.
Colin Castleton, lose him, obviously a huge impactful player for the Gators. What's it going to be like to replace him, and what should fans expect?
Yeah, Colin's the type of player that you can't replace with one guy. He's going to be a little bit of a committee in terms of our front court this year. We will be a lot deeper, which is really important. And I think multiple guys will pick up the slack. But Colin was a great guy, great player for us, did a really good job through the ups and downs of year one, steadying us until his injury. And I expect him to get his name called on Thursday night.
And then speaking of the NBA draft, there was some thought that Riley Kugel might go to the draft, or at least be enticed into the draft. You keep him going into next year, one of the most improved players probably in college basketball, especially towards the end of the year. What does that mean to the program to keep him and build the team for next year with him?
Yeah, he was really important. And as you said, he was a guy that had a kind of a slower start and then really just continued to get better over the course of the year. And by the end of conference play, was playing like a top 5 player in the SEC, averaged 19 points a game over his final 10 regular season games or whatever it was. Just some really exceptional things showed up from him as a freshman, and I think it says a lot about our program and what we're building, that he had an opportunity to go and work out for a bunch of NBA teams and really try to raise his draft stock, but he made the decision to come back without even working out for teams. He wanted to continue to build our program up and continue to lead the charge that way. So I think it said a lot about our program and the direction we're heading.
You were able to get Walter Clayton from Iona, and you were able to grab him from following Rick Pitino to his new spot there. What was that recruitment like, and what do you think was the reason why he chose to come over to Florida instead of following his former head coach?
Yeah, honestly, a couple of different reasons. We were fortunate to be close to home.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half, an hour and 45 away for him, and family is really important to him, and he has a really strong support system back there. So I think the draw, he grew up with Florida being his dream school, right? So even though he did go to Iona, had a great start to his career, MAC Player of the Year this year, and a great opportunity to follow Coach Pitino to St. John's, when we provided the opportunity to come back, wear the orange and blue in front of his family, that was something that was going to be really hard for him to turn down. Yeah. So I think the vision and kind of seeing how we're building it along with that family tie, those were a couple things that helped get that thing over the hump.
And then last question, EJ Jarvis transfers from Yale. Did you use that Florida is the Harvard of the South in your recruiting of him?
I didn't, but I do believe that Florida being a top 5 public institution was really important to him. He's going to actually get his MBA, while he's here with us. And I generally don't like to coach guys that are significantly smarter than I am, but in this situation, I'm going to make an exception. EJ's a pretty special kid.
I love it. Thanks.